That to the north and west of the city, we've got some pretty bad road conditions. For those of you who are traveling out after that, please be careful. But I appreciate everyone who's come down, all the friends, all the colleagues, all the supporters from across the province. My name is Frank McCallum. I'm your local president for ATA Local 22. I'm proud to say that I am a math science teacher for high school. I teach and I administer a distance education school. That's important. I'm very proud of that fact, and I'm proud of the fact that although I teach in a distance education school, it is no less difficult, no less challenging, and it's no cheaper than working at any other school in this province. Distance education is a very important and viable way of delivering education to students in this province. Anyone who suggests that it's easy, anyone who suggests that distance education is easy or that it can be done cheaply has no idea what's going on in distance education today. That's the first point. The second point is that my job has been a lot easier thanks to the support of Alberta Distance Learning Center. ADLC has been serving in this province for 90 years.
90 years!
In 1923, the then government of this province had a vision, and that vision was to support learners across this province. And they committed funding to that vision, and that vision has been sustained for 90 years. Now that vision has been changing. That vision has been changing because of the current government's stance on distance education and its funding.
Shameful.
Very shameful.
Shameful.
It's important to note that when we talk about education, we can't shirk away from the money question. The money question is an important one, and I want to answer it right now. When you talk about the cost of distance education, it's important to remember that good public service costs money. Good public education costs money. Good public distance education costs money. These are unavoidable truths. The main point, though, is that we're not trying to manage a Costco. We're trying to manage a province. When we're trying to do that, we're not trying to find the cheapest and easiest solutions. We need the solutions that are going to work for the most students. ADLC has always provided support to the entire education system by making quality resources, quality instruction available to students all across the province. Right now, the government would like to see that capacity farmed out to every school division in the province. That makes sense. Every school division should have distance education supported by ADLC. For a government that prides itself on efficiency, it seems absolutely insane that they would want to duplicate services not 2 times, not 3 times, but 60 times in over 60 public and separate boards in this province. Talk about a waste of effort. I'd like to make an analogy. We have many colleagues in the southern part of this province, in High River, in the Elbow River of Calgary, who are going through a lot of challenges in their professional and personal lives right now. Can you imagine if the Department of Education had gone to those schools and said, we support the idea that you should have portable classrooms. But we don't support having that provided centrally. We think you should be building those classrooms out of your own instructional funding. Can you imagine the outlook? And yet that is exactly the situation we're talking about in distance education. ADLC is the education infrastructure for distance education in this province. Now, the government would like to have you look at numbers. Numbers are always very nice for government. They think the numbers tell all the story. So I'm looking at the government numbers right now, as they've been putting out on their websites of late. The government would have you look at the numbers like 156% funded, and use terms like double dipping. That is their version of distance education. Well, I'm a math teacher, so if you'll pardon doing a little math on a Saturday afternoon, I'm going to throw a couple of numbers that you might consider. Last year, ADLC had a budget of about $25 million. Wow, that's a lot of money. The Department of Education was running a budget in excess of $8 billion. When you look at the education funding and look at the ADLC portion, what you're going to find is that ADLC represents less than 1/3 of 1% of that education funding. Now last year, the 2012-13 school year, this province had just over 600,000 students. ADLC had registrations of almost 60,000. That means that ADLC served in some form or other almost 10% of the students of this province. So rather than look at rather than look at 156% funding, which is the percentage that the government would like to have to look at, take a look at less than 1/3% of the expenditure, reaching 10% of the students of this province. How is that not an effective use of education dollars, of public taxpayer dollars, that we can defend to anybody in this province? Now, the students that ADLC serves are vast, huge numbers, 60,000 people is a lot of people. I'd like to talk about who some of those people are. In order to do that, we're going to start introducing some folks who have a perspective to bring to the table, who are going to share with you their experiences, their thoughts. We're going to start off with Stacey Harper. Stacey is a teacher at Alberta Distance Learning Center. She is also the rally chair for this group.
Colleagues coming from Lethbridge, it's a long haul, and I really appreciate you coming this far. Many of our colleagues texted, called, or emailed on the way, and they couldn't get here because of the freezing rain. So they are here in spirit. So thanks to them. And I just want to do a quick thank you to Joseph, the science man, Martha, right there. Isn't it amazing? He's the man behind the website, Facebook, graphic design, and he's been on this campaign since the get-go. So thanks, Joseph. Take a bow, man.
Turn the camera on yourself for a bit, Joe. There you go.
And also thank you to Dustin. Dustin, give a big wave.
Yeah, that's it.
And Frank, of course, and all the volunteers who brought this campaign together. Why are we here? Denise, you have my sign wherever you are. We are here for students. Yeah. Why are we here?
For students.
We want publicly funded distance education. We want to maintain the integrity of the Alberta diploma. Second-rate distance education providers are clamoring at the border without certified teachers. And they're going to infiltrate our system with less than stellar courseware. Is that what the minister wants? I wish he was here. Students, we are here for you. We want our students provincially to have a level playing field. We want students in Hanna, Oyen, Blackie, Swan Hills, Claresholm, Alberta to have the same course options as our urban counterparts. Students, to the children in the Stollery and other hospitals across Alberta, we are here for you. To the girl declared legally blind and working in the comfort of her home with her mom at her side, we are here for you. To the students who are bullied or marginalized in the classroom, we are here for you. To the students that did not have second languages offered at their school, we are here for you. To the students who wanted more options than what their school could give, we are here for you. To the students at Slave Lake that were devastated by the fire that ravaged their town, we are here for you. To the students of Arrowwood who lost their school to fire, we are here for you. To the teen moms and dads that must care for their children by day but want to pursue an Alberta diploma at night, we are here for you. To the girl in the wheelchair who had to undergo rigorous therapy at home every day, we are here for you. To the students that need to work to support their families, we are here for you. To the students who want to upgrade to get into post-secondary, we are here for you. To the adults that want an Alberta diploma and need flexible options to achieve it, we are here for you. To the FNOI students, the English language learners, we are here for you. To the students that travel abroad with their parents but still want their Alberta diploma, we are here for you. To the competitive athletes who want an education that facilitates their hard training schedule, we are here for you. To all other students in Alberta who experience crisis or an upset in their life which precludes them from attending a regular school, we are here for you. And to my own children who are here, living in rural Alberta and coming up through the Alberta education system, we are here for you, so that you can have the choice and flexibility in your programming. To the teachers in all corners of this province who use our resources, we are here for you. To the 60,000 students that take ADLC courses in over 280 subjects, we are here for are here for you. We are asking elected officials to demonstrate their support for publicly funded distance education by renewing the service agreement with ADLC, an organization that has supported distance education in the province for over 90 years. We want all of these students and more to continue to be served. Let's give it up for our students.
I hear the government talking about where we're going with inspiring education and transformation, and that we stand in the way. When I look at teachers that are out here and public that are out here, this is what it's going to take to move us in positive directions. And when I look at ADLC after 90 years of quality service to this province, helping build us as who we are, soundly being set aside in the name of budget, that's a travesty. When we're talking about accessibility, equity, and students in need, some of our most vulnerable, this is accessibility. This is our opportunity to reach these students. And to simply move it aside and move it into the private sector, potentially at the expense of students, I'm not interested in that. We want to see quality teaching. We want certified teachers that put students first at the heart of our distance learning. Distance learning needs to remain public, in the public sector, by people that put students first and approach their needs. 90 years of service deserves the respect it's due. Restoring funding is one area to work on, but when we consider the percentage and the value that we get for our dollar through ALDC, if we can run all areas with this kind of percentage, that is efficiency. And we here today are the example of what that could be. Continue on with ALDC, put the funding where it needs to be, and look at the bang for your buck. It's been here, it's proven, they care about students finishing and moving on with their futures. And they've done so for 90 years. Let's keep that 90 years going.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for making it here today. I know we've got there are teachers and parents here from Calgary to Barrhead. You've traversed the weather and the highways to be here, and we greatly appreciate it. As Frank said, my name is Deron Bilous. I'm the MLA for Edmonton Beverly Clairview and the education critic for the Alberta NDP. But most importantly, I'm a teacher, and I know the value of education and the value of public education. And so I'm here to lend my voice and the Alberta NDP's voice behind you and to support you, because the service that ADLC provides is absolutely crucial. You know, my frustration with this government is that they say one thing and they do another. So they talk about investing they talk about providing equal opportunities for all students no matter where they live in the province. And then they go and deliver budget cuts to education and to the ADLC. And if it wasn't for the incredible work that you do, things would be much worse in this province, folks. So here's the thing. We need to invest in our students, invest in our public education system, and invest in our teachers. You're the ones you're the reason that Alberta has the best education system in this country. But we need to put dollars into the system, not take them out. As the previous speaker said, we live in the wealthiest province in the country. This government has $40 billion budgets yearly and decides Their priorities are investing in an unfounded technology of sticking CO2 in the ground. They've invested and will invest $2 billion in that. They should be investing in our greatest resource in this province, which are the people of Alberta and Albertans. So I want to acknowledge the incredible work that you do and the fact that you serve and fulfill a need in this province to ensure that students, no matter where they live or what challenges they face, they have access to high quality public education. And so I will continue to fight on your behalf inside the legislature and outside to demand that this government invests in our students, in our families, and in you, in the teachers who deliver our high-quality education. So thank you again, and continue to keep up the good fight, and please drive safely.